Well, two new flights have been added to the Mammoth Yosemite Airport lineup for the 2014-2015 winter season, with new flights going in and out of Mammoth Lakes from Denver and Las Vegas. Now offered by United Airlines, the Denver flight will run on Saturdays, and that'll be starting December 20th. Said Mammoth Lakes Tourism Executive Director John Erdy, quote, "With weekly service from Denver, not only do we connect to the East Coast, Midwest, and South, but we add new international access as well," end quote. Now, Alaska Airlines nonstop flight between Las Vegas and Mammoth Lakes will operate Mondays and Thursdays, and that'll be starting January 15th. 2015. Now, there are also the daily flights from Los Angeles International via Alaska Airlines, as well as from San Francisco Airport, and that is via United Airlines again this season. Now, daily flights from these cities will be starting on December 18th. And Alaska's flight from San Diego also returns this season. That'll be starting January 8th with flights on Thursdays, Fridays, Sundays, and Mondays. If you would like to get some more information on the Vegas, Los Angeles, or San Diego flights, you can visit alaskaair.com. Those flights will be included in the 6 and 10 Mammoth Air Packs, which are expected to go on sale by mid-October. To learn more about the Denver or San Francisco flights, visit united.com. Well, the Bishop Field Office of the Bureau of Land Management and the Inyo National Forest Service, they announced this week that fire restrictions put into place for the Eastern Sierra earlier this summer, they have been rescinded starting today. A campfire permit is still required for those camping outside of developed campgrounds, and they can be obtained at visitor centers or online at PreventWildfireCA.org. Now, Mike Beasley, Interagency Fire Management Office for the Bishop Field Office and Inyo National Forest, does urge the public to keep fire safety in mind to avoid resource and property damage. And again, you can help prevent wildfires. One less spark, one less wildfire. Well, Bennett Kessler filed this story. Dick Lumen had worked for 15 years as a mechanic in the Mono County Road Department. After an on-the-job dispute more than 2 years ago, Mono County fired him. Recently, Lumen's attorney, Katie Blomo, filed a motion for Lumen to be reinstated pending an appeal by Mono County. The judge took that request under submission. Now, originally, Dick Lumen went before an appeal board which upheld his firing. Blomo took the case to Superior Court, where Judge Stan Eller ruled that Lumen should not have been fired. The judge ordered Lumen should be reinstated with back pay and a new penalty hearing held to determine an appropriate penalty, other than termination, for his violation of personnel rules. Mono County appealed Judge Eller's ruling. Now, while waiting for a decision on that appeal, Attorney Blomo asked for interim relief for her client. She argued that Lumen is being irreparably damaged because of no job and asked the judge to reinstate him pending the county's appeal. Mono County lawyers argued it would be a hardship on Mono County to put Lumen back to work because of the hiring freeze. The judge indicated a hiring freeze is not a factor under civil procedure. Judge Eller indicated he will issue a written decision on whether to order Lumen back to work while the county's appeal is pending. Well, local law enforcement officials have experienced an increase in reported cases involving the abuse of synthetic drugs. Press release from the Inyo County Sheriff's Office said the drugs being encountered in Inyo County are synthetic cannabinoid products such as spice or K2 and synthetic stimulants commonly known as bath salts. Now, these synthetic drugs are sometimes purchased in convenience stores and are also being stored via the internet, marketed as incense and bath salts. Now, according to the United States Drug Enforcement Administration, synthetic cannabinoid products have been found to cause anxiety, elevated heart rate and blood pressure, paranoia, nausea, vomiting, hallucinations, and suicidal thoughts to some users. Locally, there have been cases of people being treated in the emergency room for synthetic cannabinoid use. Now, a note to parents from the press release: if you find your child in possession of any of the products described, something similar, you should take it away immediately and have a serious talk regarding the dangers of use. Inyo County residents with questions regarding synthetic drugs are encouraged to contact local law enforcement. Now, for information on the synthetic drugs, you can visit the website whitehouse.gov. Well, last Sunday, the Rotary Club of Bishop held the Ducky Derby fundraiser, and that was at the Creekside Inn, Main Street, Bishop. Catherine Hurdle was on scene getting video for Sierra Wave Media. Now, Rotarians Patricia Ellis and Jeff and Kay O'Brien got the ducks ready to be released for the big race. Patricia got into the creek water, captured the winning ducks, and then retrieved all of the ducks, which were cut off from going down the creek to Bishop Park with a barricade that was created by Jeff O'Brien. Maggie Kingsbury and Pat Brown were there to document the numbers of the winning ducks. Ed and Pat Nahan were there to photograph the event. Now, the person who had the winning number 625 for that winning duck was Darcy John. Now, her sister Rotarian Nicole Perry Morley had purchased the ticket for Darcy, and of course, obviously, they were both thrilled that Darcy won the first prize, $2,000. There was a $500 prize for the second place duck and 6 other $100 prizes for the 3rd through 8th place ducks. Rotary Club of Bishop already planning for next year's Ducky Derby. 100% of all proceeds from this event will go to the Rotary Club of Bishop's many charitable works, including scholarships to local high school graduates and many other programs provided to our local schools. Plus, money will be donated to the International Polio Plus program, which provides polio vaccines throughout the world. We'll be back with more news.